that. We've always been told the Kraken was just a story, a sailor's nightmare, a dying squid mistaken for a monster. But 200 million years ago, Krakens were real. They didn't lurk in the deep. They didn't hide in the dark. They ruled the ocean, and they wore armor. Before whales, before sharks dominated, before the age of mammals. The seas belonged to something older, something with tentacles, something with a shell. And evolution didn't invent it once. It invented it over and over again. So why did the Kraken keep returning? And why did it always disappear? The idea of the Kraken has always terrified us, a creature massive enough to drag ships beneath the waves. Tentacles longer than masts, eyes glowing in the dark, a monster hiding just beyond the edge of the map. For centuries, sailors described them. Historians dismissed them. Scientists blamed giant squid. And yes, giant squid exist. But modern giant squid are not kings. They are prey. Despite stretching 40 feet long, they are hunted relentlessly by sperm whales. Inside whale stomachs, thousands of squid beaks pile up like trophies. The modern Kraken is not a ruler, it's a meal. But if we go back far enough, before whales, before sharks were perfected, we find something very different. Around 450 million years ago, during the Ordovician period, the first true giants of the tentacled world appeared. They were called orthos, and they were the original Krakens. Unlike modern squids, orthocones wore long, straight shells, massive cones of calcium carbonate stretching up to 20 feet, sometimes more. Some species, like Camroceras, may have exceeded 23 feet, and that 23 feet wasn't trailing tentacles, it was solid shell. In terms of raw mass, these creatures may have outweighed modern giant squid. They were not soft and vulnerable. They were armored, and for a time, they were apex predators. The ocean then was simpler. Fish were primitive. Large marine reptiles did not yet exist. There were no sperm whales, no orcas, no coordinated mammalian hunters. The orthocones didn't need speed. They didn't need intelligence. They just needed to be bigger than the next cone, because the only thing more dangerous than a giant orthocone was a slightly larger one. Cannibalism was common. Size wars dominated. The ocean became a competition of cones. Survival of the biggest. But how did something so long avoid sinking? Imagine strapping a 20-foot limestone spear to your back. You'd drop like a stone, unless you cheated physics. Inside the orthocone shell were chambers connected by a tube called a siphuncle. By adjusting gas and fluid within those chambers, they controlled buoyancy. Add gas, rise, add water, descend. They were biological submarines. Hundreds of millions of years before humans invented ballast systems, evolution already had. For a time, this worked perfectly. They hovered above trilobites and early fish. They struck downward. They crushed prey beneath sheer mass. They ruled. Until the ocean upgraded. Evolution introduced jaws. Not simple mouths, but biting fish. Predators capable of cracking armor. Early sharks emerged. Placoderms with crushing plates evolved. Suddenly, being long and rigid became a liability. Orthocones had a fatal weakness: turning. Imagine trying to steer a bus underwater using only your face. They could move forward, they could retreat, but sharp pivots were impossible. Once agile predators appeared, the straight-shell kraken couldn't compete, and so the first age of the kraken ended. For millions of years, no true tentacled titan dominated the sea. Marine reptiles took over. Fish diversified, sharks refined themselves. The ocean became faster, smarter, more violent. But evolution wasn't done with the kraken concept. Roughly 300 million years later, shelled giants returned. This time, the shell wasn't straight. It was coiled, tight, compact. Enter the ammonites, and among them, Peripuzosia. If orthocones were spears, Peripuzosia was a tank. Its shell could exceed 8 feet in diameter, not length. Diameter. That's a limestone disc taller than Shaquille O'Neal. Estimates suggest weights over 3,000 pounds, more than double a colossal squid. By coiling the shell, these new krakens became maneuverable. They could rotate, pivot, spin defensively. They weren't drag racers anymore. They were armored wheels. But once again, the ocean had changed. This was the age of mosasaurs, giant marine lizards with bone-crushing jaws. Fossils show bite marks punched clean through ammonite shells. Even tanks can be cracked. The coiled kraken survived for millions of years. But it was no longer the apex. It was midget. A large, dangerous animal, but not untouchable, and eventually, they too vanished. So what changed? Speed, intelligence, and a radical evolutionary decision. Some cephalopods abandoned the shell entirely, the chlyoids ancestors of squids and octopuses. Instead of external armor, they internalized or shrank it. Cuttlebones replaced full shells. Flexibility replaced rigidity. They traded defense for agility, and to survive without armor, they invented smoke grenades, ink sacs. When threatened, they released clouds of melanin and mucus. Predators lunged into darkness. By the time vision cleared, the squid was gone. This innovation was so successful it became standard equipment. Almost every shallow water cephalopod carries ink, but gigantism returned once more. In the deep, the modern giant squid, the colossal squid, but these krakens are different. They don't dominate. They endure. They live in the midnight zone because their blood doesn't carry oxygen efficiently in warm water. They are adapted to cold, quiet, darkness. They are not surface rulers. They are deep-sea specialists, and there is a reason no shallow water kraken exists today. The surface ocean belongs to intelligence. Sperm whales dive thousands of feet. They hunt using echolocation, biological sonar, more precise than radar. A mile-long squid would be detected instantly. Orcas hunt in coordinated pods. They isolate, they exhaust, they adapt. A solitary giant squid cannot compete. Brute force no longer wins. Brains do. There is also a physical limit. A mile-long kraken sounds terrifying, but the square cube law still applies. Mass increases exponentially with length. A squid 10 times longer would weigh far more than 10 times as much. Its circulatory system would fail. Jet propulsion would collapse under its own inertia. Its tissues would tear. Biology imposes ceilings. Still, one rumor persists. The Triassic kraken, a proposed 100-foot octopus that allegedly hunted ichthyosaurs and arranged their bones into patterns. The idea suggests an intelligent cephalopod creating midden-like bone art, but currents can arrange vertebrae naturally, and Triassic cephalopods likely had only one row of suckers, not the 2 rows suggested by the fossil arrangement. It's a captivating theory, but likely just that, a theory. Even so, the fact that evolution repeatedly tried to create giant tentacled rulers says something profound. The ocean likes monsters. It keeps reinventing them. Straight shells, coiled shells, shell-less speed demons, deep-sea ambush predators. The kraken is not a single species. It is a recurring idea, but every time it grows too large, something evolves to counter it. Jaws, speed, intelligence, social hunting, eventually humans. Today, a giant shallow-water kraken would face sperm whales, orcas, shipping lanes, fishing nets, military sonar. The modern ocean is loud, crowded, industrial, but there is nowhere for a surface kraken to hide, which is why the remaining giants stay in the abyss, in darkness, in cold silence. The kraken was never just a myth. It was a phase, an evolutionary experiment, repeated, refined, and erased 3 separate times. Straight shell, coiled shell, squishy predator, each one ruling briefly, each one eventually outpaced. Because the ocean does not allow permanent kings, only temporary ones. And if history proves anything, it's that the kraken will return in some form, just never the same way twice.